Yeah, I'm here with James and Andrew of Sekt. That's how I pronounce the thing, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Good. So obviously you guys have known each other a long time, but what first prompted like this particular project to start? Yeah.
I've been playing with Louis Rando since I was 14, so 1994. And we did the book together and just black metal stuff in 95. And then we did a project called Shrapnel together. And then we hadn't done anything together for a long time. And considering I live in Perth again now, and he lives down the road from me, I was like, it was winter. It was just spontaneous. I said, do you want to do some music together? And we had no rehearsals. We just went in there and recorded on the spot the songs as we did when we were kids. And it was just like spontaneous over 3 weekends. And then there was only 2 people that could possibly be in the fold from our old days. James was definitely one of them on bass, and got Warren Haitley in on vocals from Samain. But James and I we've never done anything before, musically. Even though James has been doing my graphic design work for my other project for quite a while. Did the layout for Shrapnel and the logos for Shrapnel, but we've never done anything musically. But because James comes from the same background as me with black metal and then black thrash with James's band Tyrant and Bloodlust, it was a no-brainer. And fortunately he said yes.
Yeah, I get that.
It was just all spontaneous.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, got some songs, you want to play bass?
Yeah, he sent me the songs and I tried to learn them as best I could, and then went into record them one day, and just basically it was a day session getting them done. It was good fun.
That's cool. So what did you and Louis have a chat going in saying, we want this to be an old school black metal thing, or were you just kind of jamming around and that's sort of what it became, you know?
Well, I knew it was going to be like that because I knew it was going to be like that. I don't think we knew what was going to be because there was nothing. I think I came in with like 3 riffs or something, and it was definitely a black metal vibe, just like the old days, you know. It was just like it was when we were younger. Fucking no budget, do it yourself, using shit mics with a shit little amp, but just being in the same room together and just having that same synergy like we've always had. It was really cool, very special. He's one of the only guys that I can sit with and we don't even have to look at each other, but we just play and then changes happen and spontaneous, and so it wasn't going to be like Shrapnel, which was a whole different beast, you know, structured proper songs, and with black metal you can do that. You can have the freedom to do what you want. Well, I can as a guitar player because it comes naturally, and doing it with the weather as it was heavily inspired just by that. And fortunately, Louis got a jam room that he rents for $20 a week, and so we got to use that at our own leisure, which was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. And so were the songs pretty well done, and then you came in, kind of thing? Like how did your input work for Sekt?
The songs were already basically written, and I just listened to the songs, came up with a few bass lines that I thought would fit. We then went into the Louis' rehearsal room, and I played what I thought would fit, and Andrew said yeah or no, and we sort of swapped back and forth with ideas and stuff, and just finished in a day. So it all sounded great when it was done.
I was going to ask too, like with the mixing and that, it does have that awesome sort of 90s black metal sound. How'd you sort of capture that? What gear are you using? How are you getting that sound? You know?
Do you mean the instruments or how we recorded it?
Yeah, I guess how you recorded it and the amps, that kind of thing.
Okay, so the gear is just an old Roland Cube transistor amp that I've got, which has always been a practice amp, but it's got a killer fucking distortion on it, and it sounds great. So just easy to carry. Plonked it in the middle of the room, put a fucking SM58 in front of it, which is a vocal mic. It's supposed to be a vocal mic. And Louis had his kit already set up because he does a lot of other musical projects and a lot of recording with the Fuhrer and other bands and blah, blah, blah. So that was already mic'd up. And he just uses Pro Tools. And James brought in his rig. He can tell you about that.
Yeah, I was just using an amp I'd never used before. It's just like a old practice amp that I've had sitting around, and yeah, we plugged that in and managed to get a good sound out of it. So yeah, it was all there was no real plan of what it's going to sound like or anything like that. It's just what we could get on the day, and yeah, it sounded good.
That's cool. Okay.
It's funny because in terms of getting that old black metal sound, as you say, I understand what you mean, but we weren't trying to get anything. We just press record, just tweak the knobs a bit on the fucking amp, and
I think that is the sound.
That is.
Yeah, that's the sound.
That's it, you know, like just get the amp cooking. And then, Louis has a pretty good idea of how to use Pro Tools for tracking. But then we didn't send it off to get it mixed or mastered anywhere. Louis and I mixed it and mastered it ourselves in his house. We kind of just, that level sounds good, all right. Listen to it in the home stereo, go back, tweak that a little bit. Zero budget, not $1 was spent on it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
We did it all ourselves. So James did all the artwork. I did the songs. Louis did the production and the tracking. So it was all in-house because we've all got so many years experience in doing different projects. And James is the man with art, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And so the whole thing was done in a couple of weeks, really. Yeah, it was like the old days, but with computers instead of Xerox machines.
Yeah, definitely.
And tape players.
Yeah.
Because when we were younger, we used to just put the fucking press record on the tape deck with a mic in front of the amp and a mic in front of the drums and overdub the vocals later. And that's like, going back a while, but it was the same philosophy, but with a computer. Yeah.
That's cool. I saw too that you dedicated to 90s Behind the Mirror. That's cool. What do you guys remember from back then? I mean, it was a good time, obviously.
From Behind the Mirror?
Yeah, not back, early days.
That was the Behind the Mirror was the source of hearing it. Well, you couldn't really go on the internet and listen to stuff, so that was our source of new music. So yeah, it was big inspiration as far as that goes.
Yeah, we were very lucky actually in Perth because we had Behind the Mirror with Pete running it out of the UWA campus, and then we also had Dada Records in Perth, which would sell music that a lot of was getting brought over by Modern Invasion from over east.
Those little triangle stickers.
Yeah, the little yellow triangles. But we had Behind the Mirror, Dada Records, House of Wax, 78s.
That was it, basically.
Atrocity. And Mills. And, Dada's is still there, Mills is still there. Behind the Mirror is still there, but in a totally different format from not that I really know, to be honest. But Pete, we had our first interview with Pete on Behind the Mirror in 1996 with our first demo tape with Tabuk. And I was 16 years old, it was fucking scary as all shit. And he's asking some pretty heavy questions. And he was a real amazing guy. And that kind of brought in I've known Warren Haitley from Samhain for a long time, from living down south. We became very good friends. And him and Pete used to live together when they were younger. They were really good mates, they were best mates. So when Samhain was really firing, Pete was supporting Samhain a lot through Behind the Mirror. And I know Lewis as well, Pete's brother, Lewis Dunson. And it was just a no-brainer to dedicate it to Pete, the album, because without him and him showing us all this music from Europe and around the world, really, when we were so young, and bringing that underground stuff. I mean, Behind the Mirror was the only radio station in the world at that stage playing black metal, in the world. That's saying something. And we're living in fucking Perth, Western Australia. So that changed all of our lives, and I'm sure you would know. Yeah. So it was after we did the songs, I was thinking about the old days and who was really important in our lives back then, and why I'm even doing this, because it was just a lot of nostalgia. It was definitely not for. I knew the people from the old days would appreciate it. It's not to gain new people to give a shit, because it's not about that. It's just about a close group of people that understand what it was like back in the old days for the music's sake, and we've got all those great memories, you know. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So away from Sekt for a little bit, what else do you guys listen to? You got the cool first shit. You got the new album, man. Yeah, it's cool.
It's a great album. That's the kind of stuff I really like. That sort of it's German speed metal kind of sound, very 80s sounding. It's just great. Yeah.
What else you guys been listening to at the moment, like, new, whatever?
Man, in my day, I could listen to anything from gypsy jazz music to doom metal to Celtic folk music to classical music to maybe some black metal, maybe. So much stuff, eh? And there's still so much good music out there, which is great. Still finding new stuff all the time. But I don't listen to much. I don't really know what's going on these days in the metal world, to be honest. I don't really know.
Yeah, I keep up with a bit of it. I tend to listen to a lot of like traditional heavy metal these days. That's kind of. I haven't really listened to much new black metal for a while. It's not. I don't know. It's just I haven't been relating to it as much as I have before, but there are great bands still out there. So
something doesn't feel right or whatever.
Well, I don't know. I guess you get stuck in listening to certain. Or I do. You get stuck in listening to certain genres. I'll change in a year's time, probably listen to something else. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't been listening to that much black metal recently, so it was good to kind of play with new songs with Sekt and stuff like that. But I also I like writing black metal music, so I've been working on new stuff with some other kind of black metal stuff at the moment.
So is that new Bloodlust or something? Like what's working?
I've been writing new Bloodlust stuff, so we've got plenty of songs. We just got to settle on what we're going to do in the future. Another project I've been working on is like a sort of mid-tempo kind of black metal, black and roll kind of stuff, which is a band called Dread Omen. So we've got a 5-song demo hopefully coming out soon. It's all recorded and finished, just got to finish the mixing of it. So,
I recommend it. It's very cool. I heard it the other night for the first time.
So, hopefully we're going to be playing live as well, so we can find a guitarist. We've got to find a guitarist for that.
I love how I'm sitting here and he hasn't bothered to ask me.
Would you like to play?
No, I'm not drunk enough for that kind of behaviour. I'm doing my main band that I write everything for. It's called Blackhurst Getaway, and that's perfect for me because it's not metal.
Yeah. Well, what kind of music?
It's not. It's sort of it's not really anything. It's sort of a blend of a lot of different styles that I really like. So there is some punk and some psychobilly and some rock and roll and some metal and some it's just got a bit of everything that I like from different subgenres.
Bit of wind. Alright, so a bit of everything from subgenres, yeah? I thought my phone died.
Yeah, which is cool because it means I'm not limited. I can sort of just play what I grew up on, you know, and it's cool, it's fun.
So what's going on with that band at the moment? You got like a release?
Yeah, just finished a new album. Just released the last album on vinyl, which is out in all Perth record stores and on heavyweight vinyl. And the new album's all done. Did the vocals, finished off the vocals last weekend. Louis Rando's going to do drums when he gets back from his Impiety tour. And then James will probably do some artwork for me. And then, but with me, there's no gigs anymore. I won't play shows anymore. So it's not a live thing. I just not recording albums these days.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man.
But the new one's cool. It's I think you'll dig it actually. It's got some good bits in it, I think.
Yeah, cool. So what's the plan with Sekt? Like, are you gonna give it a breather and get back together and have a bit of a jam? Is that kind of the
No.
what's going to happen next?
After this interview, I'll probably evaporate, and that'll be the end of it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get it pressed on vinyl. So we've been. This is how I met you, because even though we've never met, I heard through the grapevine that you were releasing some music on vinyl, so I thought I'd hit you up, and so thank you for doing the interview, all the same. But yeah, I want to get it on vinyl with Sekt, and then we had a bit of a chat kind of loosely, maybe next winter we might do it again, because it's just actually good fun. It's just good to see each other, and it's so easy, it's not even funny. Like, there's no fucking thought involved. It's just get in, have fun, say good day, get out, done. There's no rehearsals. It's not like we're not a band. We're just a group of mates who are just playing our instruments and doing what we do. So hopefully, yeah, next winter we'll do another one. And I think Warren's keen, so that's good. And yeah, but anyway, we want to get it on vinyl, but you can get it on Bandcamp. Yeah, we got the Bandcamp and it's on YouTube, and you can have a listen and spread it around, and yeah. A whole bunch of cassettes.
That's all right.
It's nothing better. I haven't seen someone pass someone a bunch of cassettes in a long time. Very, very cool. Yeah, so check us out, Bandcamp. Have a listen.
So easy. All right, well, we're at Hornography, and I guess we should go back in there. So, James, Andrew, thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate.